The world of independent animation has certainly changed over the years, hasn't it? For many years, YouTube's animation community was mainly comprised of fans of other animated films, and most independent shows were forced to cancel after only 1 or 2 seasons because the quote-unquote holy algorithm, I'm doing air quotes outside the camera, loves to shut down animated shows. Animation takes a long time, like a divorce trial. The algorithm demands content every day, like course. So if you're making an animated series on YouTube, and there's usually a 2 to 3 month gap between each episode, then YouTube wouldn't recommend your videos to the general public because you're not uploading frequently. That was the case for the longest time. Until on the 28th of October 2019. A special video was released by an animator named Vivian Medrano, known online as VivziePop, that would change the game of not only adult animation, but indie animation as well. On YouTube, at least. It was called Hazbin Hotel. And then the series lay dormant until January 2024 when the series came out after 4 years of being in production. Of course, the other Viv series, Helluva Boss, was released on YouTube, and that became a successful indie animated series that changed the game of indie animation and paved the way for other creators to thrive. Since then, we got shows like Murder Drones, Amazing Digital Circus, Lackadaisy, and more. While Helluva Boss stuck the middle finger to YouTube about their unfair algorithm, Hazbin Hotel, on the other hand, was stuck in production for a while, throughout the first half of the 2020s. But finally, the first season was released on streaming. Now, I just have to find it. Hazbin Hotel. Nothing. No, it's not even worth searching up on Disney Plus. I know, it might be on YouTube. I mean, if Helluva Boss is full on YouTube, then I guess it's okay, nothing. That's weird. What the hell? Where's this damn show? Amazon Prime? Are you kidding me? Well, guess I have to pirate it. And no, children, don't pirate things unless you can't find them anywhere. In which case, go ahead. I know a good site, and I'll say it at the end of the video. Actually, I don't think I should, because I feel like if I say how to pirate something, then I'm pretty sure that something is going to happen to me. If you don't see me in 2 days, you'll know why. You'll know why. You'll know why. Hazbin Hotel is an adult animated musical dark comedy drama series that premiered on Amazon Prime Video because it couldn't premiere anywhere else. Anyways, so what is this cartoon that I got myself possibly arrested for about? What's new in this planet of existence? The show follows Charlie Morningstar, the princess of hell, who is sick of the exterminations of her people. So she decides to open a hotel to rehabilitate sinners in order to get them into heaven. She does this with her girlfriend Vaggie. Their first guest is an adult film star, Angel Dust. Things start off very badly. If you know the pilot, you know what I'm talking about. But a powerful overlord named Alistair arrives and begins to reshape the place, including bringing in a bartender named Husk and a cleaner named Nifty. This is all in the pilot, and because the show picks up a week after all this happens. So, not even 5 minutes in, and we've already come to our first and biggest problem. The pacing. Oh boy, the pacing. The pacing of this show is awful. These 8 episodes take place within the span of 6 months. Count them, 6 months. And you never can tell, which isn't a good thing. They never establish how much time passes in these 8 episodes. The most we get is that the first episode takes place a week after the pilot. And that's it. I mean, it's not the worst pacing I've seen in a show/movie. There's definitely been much worse. But it's hard to ignore the pacing in this show. Anyways, before I continue talking about the show's strengths and weaknesses, I should probably talk about the episodes themselves. As I mentioned before, this series is only 8 episodes long. But don't worry, Season 2 is coming, so we'll see more of these wonderful characters. Now, I don't want to focus on the episodes themselves, as they tie into what I want to talk about the show itself, what I dislike and like about the show. My opinion, if you will. However, what I am going to do instead is summarize my thoughts about the episodes themselves, and then move on to what I think of the show as a whole. Is that good? Any questions? No? No questions? If there are any questions, then I will have to annihilate someone. No? Good. Oh, and spoilers, by the way. Episode 1. Pretty boring and dull first episode. It doesn't introduce the characters well for newcomers who haven't seen the pilot before this, which isn't a lot of people. I mean, if you actually look at the views, then yeah, it is a lot of people, but not as much as Amazing Digital Circus. Circus, words. The first song is fine, but the second song is great. Also, Adam is such a fun a-hole, in the same vein as Jack Horner from Puss in Boots' Last Wish. Episode 2. Sir Pentious is such a fun character and the V's are such a fun trio of jackasses. However, the second song is my least favourite in the entire series. Still an improvement over the first episode. Episode 3. Both songs are good and the story actually starts to get interesting. Plus, how do I say this? Vaggie is, damn. I'm not willing to spend $50,000 or euros on her, though. I'm willing to spend $50,000 and 1 cent! Episode 4. Episode 5. For some reason, this is the point where the show starts improving drastically. The comedy is sharper. It's a lot more common that both songs are great. Lucifer's a lot of fun. I love Mimsy, and Charlie's conflict with the dad is very interesting, even if it is rushed. Gee, it's almost like the previous episode was the best episode in my opinion, and it improved the show from there. Well, that episode doesn't exist. Episode 6. The first song is fine. Cherry Bomb is a lot of fun. Adam's back. Let's go. Emily is adorable. Angel Dust stands up to Valentino, who makes Mamma look like Jesus Christ in comparison. Also, this episode has my favorite song in the whole series. I'll link it in the description. It's great. Episode 7. This episode drops a bit in quality, but Rosie's a lot of fun, the songs are great, and the plot progresses in an interesting direction. However, I don't like the voice actor for Carmilla Carmine. When she's singing, she knocks it out of the park. But when she has to speak, words, she has the same tone of voice in every scene she's in. I'm not trying to defend the voice actors. I'm sure she's very talented in other things. Hell, every other actor in the show is great. The Blake Roman, Stephanie Beatriz, Keith David. Oh my god, his voice is amazing. Alex Brightman, Erica Henningsen. I think that's her name. I'm not bothered to check. Most of the talent in this show is great, but I guess she wasn't given the proper direction like the other actors. Wait, what was I talking about? Right, yes, that's right, episodes. Episode 8, the finale. Many things happen in this episode. This can't be that much. Alistair is temporarily defeated, the hotel is temporarily destroyed, Nifty kills Adam kills Sir Pentious gets into heaven, Emily makes the most adorable send ever, and Sir Pentious confesses his love to Cherry Bomb, and Charlie and Vaggie kiss.
What the hell was that?
I know, right? Krusty the Clown from the adult animated series The Simpsons, created by Matt Groening. Oh, shut up. I mean, what a finale! It's still like a 7 out of 10, but still, for this show, that's great. So, what do I think of the show? Well, positives first. The songs range from fine to amazing, the characters are likable and interesting, the animation is beautiful, the performances have a lot of energy in them, and the dramatic moments really hit. However, the algorithm demands negativity, so it's time to take a crap on this show. So, what don't I like? Well, as I've already mentioned, the pacing is awful, but other criticisms of mine include the animation. But wait, didn't I just say that the animation is great? Well, yes, but actually no. You see, I think that the character designs are a bit overcomplicated. I mean, for what the animators had to do, they did a spectacular job. but I think they could have toned down the detail a bit. Also, the story has a few holes, like why did Lucifer take so long to join the battle in episode 8? And why did Charlie not tell him what happened after episode 6? And why did Vaggie suddenly gain her wings in episode 7? I know these episodes have names, but I'm not going to go through the effort of writing down the names constantly and having to put speech marks on each one. So, yeah. Another criticism I have is that the writing is very hit or miss. Some of the jokes are really good, but there's also a lot of really bad jokes. And there's no laugh out loud moments, which is great. I mean that sarcastically. The character I laughed at the most at was Adam, who was such a fun jackass to watch. Also, another thing that I didn't write in the script, but I'm just going to say anyway, is that I feel like Charlie and Vaggie's connection was betterly improved in this series than it was in the pilot. From watching the pilot, which I watched very recently, I never really got the sense that the two loved each other. They were more just friends. But in this series, oh yeah, it's unmistakable. They are definitely banging. But yeah, that's basically just a little criticism that I have with the original pilot. I think it's definitely improved on. Also, the voice act. Also, there's some voice actors I prefer, and then others I are in the original, and then others I prefer in the remake. All voice actors on all shows do great jobs, but I feel like I definitely prefer some of the new voice actors than the original ones. Not like offense to the original voice actors, just like, I don't know. Now it's time to crank that switch into controversial mode. Not that I'm saying anything controversial, but I know that someone out there in the world will take this the wrong way. Let's talk about not a positive or negative aspect of the show, just an aspect. If you hate these types of discussions, or you're a racist redneck, then skip to the time linked in the description. It'll help. With that said, let's talk about the LGBTQ plus aspect of the show. Hazbin Hotel and To a Greater Extent Helluva Boss is known for being one of the most colorful shows in television history. This show makes Owl House look black and white in comparison. No pun intended, if there even is one. Like every letter in LGBTQIA plus, you can every pride or something LGBTQ related is in this show. Charlie's bisexual, Vaggie is lesbian, Angel Dust is gay, Alistair is asexual. Yeah, we've got 4 out of 7, baby. 3 more letters and we'll hit Pride Bingo! Anyways, welcome back, rednecks, that you probably skipped this part as I told you. Wow, that part was short. Anyways, that's because I don't want to get shot. This show is mid. There's an equal number of positives and negatives that make this show exist. I give it a 6 out of 10. I would recommend it, except it's only on Amazon Prime Video, and I'm sure none of you want to spend money on a streaming service, only to spend more money on watching the actual content. Why do you think I have like 500 DVDs in this damn house? It's because I don't want to spend tens of thousands of euros on streaming services. I have 3 of them. Which is why I give a special thanks to Flix for sponsoring this video. They're the website that helped me watch Hazbin Hotel. Just kidding, they didn't sponsor this. Don't pirate, kids. And while I'm at it, don't do drugs, don't smoke, don't talk to strangers, and don't watch Airplane 2. It's not good for your complexion. Buy DVDs, like me. I need friends.